People, Deluded, I'm back again. Thank you very much for tuning in each and every time. It's always appreciative, and I'm always appreciative of your support. Now, I'm not going to be here long at all. By my own standards, I'm going to try and not be here long. The season is starting, and I'll do more vids on my thoughts to the season, not just in Arsenal, but in general, you know, before the season kicks off on Saturday, as I have time to sit down and articulate them. But as an Arsenal fan now, obviously, I urge caution with new season optimism. It don't matter if you support Arsenal, where, you know, we was disastrous last season. Statistically, league finish, all these stats don't lie. If you're Liverpool and City, you're trying to win the league. Promoted teams trying to stay in the league, people chasing Champions League places. Whatever remit your club is, whatever you think your club's remit is, I'm sure there's a degree of optimism. It's a new season. Now, as the season goes on, this optimism will probably be phased out. Now, for me, the only thing that, listen, under Emre, I'm not going to lie, when we started the next season, it is what it is. And to be fair, I still believe that, innit? I still believe it is what it is. Within reason, I won't say the wall's been pulled over fans' eyes, because I mean, you can't be under any illusion how poor we are as a team, you know. I just said statistically. But at the same time, I do think with how good Arteta's been, and it's great, you know, he's what gives me a tiny bit more optimism. He's a bad boy manager. He might not be the most experienced. He will make mistakes, and there are some question marks. But I see a game plan. I see intent. I see fight. I see someone who can improve players. I see someone who can give players confidence. I've seen someone who knows what he wants to do according to games and will tweak where it needs to be, and also put his own blueprint. I've got all the faith in Arteta. But I do think with Arteta showing that he can do something, he's going to be a good manager for us and in general. With us winning the Community Shield and the run to win the FA Cup, I think it's a positive way to end last season, but I do think it's urged a bit of complacency. I do think, not necessarily anybody, I do think when I speak to certain people, it's like we're under some illusion of where we are, where we still got a lot of business to do in the transfer market. We're not going to move off every player that we need to, but players need to be moved off, players need to be brought in. Again, I keep hearing Aubameyang's deal, this, that and the other, and I'm not involved in the club matters. We hear the contract is signed, but until I as a fan see an announcement, see Aubameyang holding that pen, I can't go on that. And for me, the big thing I wanted to see is we kind of go into next season without these storylines. Like another season, again, I hope it happens and this video don't make sense, but I don't want to go into another season where Arteta has to speak about Aubameyang. With every defeat, does he want to leave? You know, does he see his future? With every win and great tactics from Arteta, oh, it's great, he wants to stay. Obviously, I want him to stay, but I want clarity. I think we should go into this season where we have clarity. You know, there's still going to be question marks over the usuals, the Mesut Ozils. There's still a long way to go in the market. Torreira's linked with moves. Guendouzi the same. You know, El Nene's still at this club. I don't know what we're going to do with him, especially off the back of 2 decent performances in pre-season. So, you know, optimism as much as you can, but we need to urge caution. But at the same time, people, I hope the players are sitting there. You know, we're on a Monday, this is Monday morning, we kick off against Fulham on Saturday, you know. Ironically, it was funny playing Fulham. Do you remember when we said we've got our Arsenal back? Or certain people said we've got our Arsenal back when we beat Fulham 5-1, forgetting that we had to turn, that we actually went behind. And like Emre was foolishly praised for, consistently bringing on subs in the second half and changing the game. Like, of course, you know, Emre was a tough time at Arsenal for me, because I tried to tell people these certain things on my YouTube channel, and they told me I have an agenda. I was wrong to give him a 5 out of 10, when if you just look at what he was doing, it's a mazza. So the Fulham game for me has some significance. We proclaimed our Arsenal are back and this, that and the third the last time we faced them. Now they've been promoted. For me, I want to start well. I want the players, like I said in the last vid, the players have to remember the hurt of last season. If I'm an Arsenal player, I'm not going to lie, people, again, I don't have a snowball on their ability, but if I'm there, these comments I'm seeing from TalkSport, from Sky Sports, from, you know, former players, I'm not letting it define me, but I'm remembering that, questioning our manager, questioning my teammates, questioning me, you know, all these negative things, and I'm taking that energy and remembering the pain of failure, how it felt to have goals in August and miss out on them way before the season was finished. Use that to channel you. Every time you're running in training and you feel a bit tired, see that in the back of your head. Because the running that you're doing when you're tired and whatnot, and the training that Arteta might have to do when you're tired, is not as painful as failure. Failure is permanent, you know. It doesn't define you. We go again this season, but it's permanent. Permanently, for the 2020-19-20 season, you know, Arsenal and these players, sadly, Aubameyang don't deserve it. Saka came through in a bad season, but their names are etched with failure. Yeah, we won the FA Cup, but specific to the league, Finish 8th. Again, you know, more Arsenal fans more alive than me can tell us worse seasons that if there was, but I'm pretty sure statistically, in my lifetime and in general, that's up there with one of the worst Premier League seasons statistically for all different things. So I'm wondering, are they using that in the same way as Arsenal fans? We're looking at the fixture calendar. Are they thinking about their opponents and thinking about what happened? Like, you know, just off the topic, and forgive me if I'm wrong, our first 5 games, people. Our first 5 games, you know, Fulham, we have just spoken about. West Ham, you know, West Ham always up for a London derby. Liverpool, our last 2 games we've beaten them. They probably want to tear us a new one, you know. You got Sheffield, and where we lost away from home. Admittedly, I don't know if that's home or away, but the same thing goes. You've got Man City, where, yeah, we beat them in the cup, but home and away, they've been tearing us a new one, really and truly. Even if we go as far back as the 3-0 defeat, you know, they were better than us, but them 3 goals, we gave that to them. So it's about patterning these sort of things. Stop giving cheap goals. Pattern up defensively. And then, even then, people, I can't remember where this is, admittedly in the fixture list, but there's a period, and again, forgive me if I'm wrong, but we've got Man City, we've got Leicester, we've got Burnley, we've got Spurs. The Man City game I've just touched on. Leicester, we've dropped stupid points. You look at the Emirates, you know, we dropped stupid points by not marking Jamie Vardy. Learn your lessons. You know, Burnley, did we not draw last season at a point with them, struggling to break them down? Spurs, of course, North London derbies go either way, but when we beat them last season, forgive me if I'm wrong, did we? I can't even remember. See, we shouldn't even be saying that. But, you know, if we go on the last recent game against Spurs, it started well. Lacazette scored a banger. And then what happened, people? We capitulated. We threw it away in the last 25 minutes or so. You know, we let ourselves down from a set piece for Toby. I can't even remember the other goal, but you get the point, people. So other players remembering this, getting flashbacks and remembering this and thinking about the journey they have ahead. I'm not saying tell Arteta you're on this thing, you know. The players, Arteta can tell you what you need to do this season. You know, you can all be motivated when you're all in the room speaking about it. But when you go home, what are you doing? I'm hearing young Eddie Nketiah, lockdown, he's thinking about his competition with Lacazette. So he's trying to do what he can in the gym to get physically better. That's what I want to hear. Take responsibility. Fullbacks, be scared of letting down your wingers. Wingers, be scared of letting down your fullbacks. Centre mids, be scared of letting down your centre halves. Centre halves, be scared of letting down your keeper. Keeper, be scared of letting down the defence. Strikers, be scared of letting down the fans. You know, we attack from our first line of attack, like you've seen in some of the lovely moves, starts with Martinez. Our first line of defence starts with Aubameyang or whoever plays through that middle. You get the point. And I want to see this next season. I'm under no illusion. There will be defeats. There will be clangers. There will be shockers, you know. We're not going to win leagues and 100 points and undefeated and treble and all of these things. I would love that, but that's not that. What I want to see is way more consistency, way more desire, way more heart. I want to stop seeing teams beat us, not because they were necessarily good. It's because we've presented cheap goals to them. So that's my hopes, people, you know. Along with that, of course, you know, I was going to do this in a separate vid, but of course some other hopes I have, and I'll specify in another vid. I hope Pepe has a better second season. I think he had a decent first year to build upon. I want to see him be an Arsenal trailblazer and a difference maker in the first season. I want to see Saka keep stepping up, because we all know what he's on now. Martinelli as well. They're not unknown entities. We all know they're young men with potential. I want to see Nelson show that he can have a future here. I want to see Arteta display his flexibility and his tactics and his potential even more, helping us get top 4. I want to see Gabriel and Saliba by the end of the season a full blossomed partnership of sorts. Do you get it, people? So let's see what happens, man. But on that note, nothing more to add. DG, I'm out.